Hello guys, I'm Ozzy Snipe,
Hello guys, I'm Maxis.
Hello, guys. I'm the Oz.
and we are officially starting our first episode of our weekly podcast. We will be first talking to you about a good subject of ours, Yu-Gi-Oh! Oz, take
Ooh.
it away.
All right. I'm excited as you guys are because Pendulum Summoning is on a go. What do I mean by that? Well, Pendulum Summoning is going to come out at, I have no idea when. Supposedly, the official rules for it came out on March 21st, 2013. Which is kind of weird how no one was aware of this, I'm guessing. But, what can you do?
Okay, so explain to us exactly what pendulum summoning is, though. I'm pretty sure our viewers are confused on what it is.
Actually, a lot of people are confused with pendulum summoning.
Even I am.
Yeah, we both. As of right now, there's not much information about how you do the whole scaling part about it. But what I'm aware of, there's the pendulum zone, which is located in the spell and trap card zone, and the extra deck zone. So how it works, you put the monster, the pendulum monster, which is also a spell and I remember. Oh yeah, it's a spell and a monster. It's both, practically like the Crystal Beast, except it's actually noticeable. And yeah, like underneath the card, it's green and everything, and yeah, it's really noticeable. But
Screw the Crystal Beast.
Beware the crystal beasts.
they're beasts. They're legendary.
Alright,
Alright.
you were saying?
Alright. Well, you can summon them like a regular spell card, and then their pendulum scale effect kicks in. At least that's what I'm aware of. How it has three effects. Well, I don't know. In general, depending on the card, some cards have three. Some of them have one. Some even have um multiple. I don't know. It has multiple different effects. It's still
Well,
confusing.
to add on to the Oz's statement, um, this might utterly change the metagame
Oh yeah.
completely.
Oh yeah. It will. It will change the game.
So expect a lot of overpowered summoning and multiple, and I mean multiple crazy things on the field. We're talking about like monsters with like tons of attack.
So,
Speaking of which, the Oz, don't you have something to say about it? Monsters with such monstrous attack?
oh yeah. Recently on the Yu Yu Zexo anime episode, there was released a number monster called Numeron
Numerous.
Numerous 1000, I think. I can't remember.
Yes, yes, you got it right, sir.
Numerous 1000. And that thing's attack, I'm not kidding with you. That
Sweet
thing's
baby Jesus.
yes. That thing's attack is 100,000 and defense 100,000.
That's a mama.
Mama, that's like a freaking
That's a monster. What are you talking about?
that's a freaking no, that's a birth mama monster right there.
That's like
I predict a lot of bans in tournaments. It's official.
But as
that's
of
just
yeah, but as of right now, it's not even a real card. So so they're probably gonna make it real, but they're gonna nerf it down to usable.
Yeah, but
usable.
here's the question though. Here's like the question and the answer, the cause and the effect.
Yeah.
It's in the anime, right?
Yeah.
Then obviously it's gonna get made into a card and it's gonna become broken like Rescue Rabbit. Rescue Rabbit was a broken card and then they banned it and then they unbanned it. So it's gonna be back and forth on the subject.
oh,
Not exactly. It's just that whenever you see English anime effect, they're never gonna copy it. Like in general, never. Utopia's had a different effect. There, if you go back to every card, every number monster ever created, it's always gonna say on the top of it English anime effect and then effect because they have to change the number monsters effect because of the whole it can only be destroyed by another number monster. So
Yeah, but
oh
don't
man.
don't did you forget to mention like their positive, negative effects?
positive and negative.
Yeah, how it depends how it might go for the whole game determines on their
Oh
effects.
yeah. The pendulum monsters.
Yep.
The pendulum monsters effects like the whole game how it depends. It depends on the scale.
Wow.
Cause How?
No.
Um, because give an example, the effects for pendulum summoning, like the spell card form, it says this effect can only be activated with pendulum summoning or the scale or something like that. So in
Insanity. Insanity.
yep. So that's its spell card. Well, it's pendulum effect. It's spell card form or whatever. I just call it the spell card form. But pendulum monster, when it's actually summoned, the only way to summon it is by literally getting it destroyed. What I mean by that?
What?
Yo, you're not making any sense right there.
No, no,
How
like
do you summon a monster that you have to destroy in order to summon it? Unless it's in your hand, and
No,
you
it
just
has to
pretty
be
much
on the-
toss your hand into the graveyard.
That's
Nope.
like me going out to get sushi and not bringing back any sushi.
no, but
Or going to go fill your car full of gas and you sell your car.
no, but this is,
Terrible.
no, but I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. When it's summoned to the spell, because the only way you can bring it out is by putting it first on the spell and trap card zone, or the pendulum zone. That's the first phase of it.
So what you're trying to say is it may be like if let's for example embodiment of the serpentoid embodiments.
Right.
The trap card, the trap monsters that you use like during the turn you can flip them and you can actually experience the spell and trap zone to the monster zone.
Something like that. But the actual effect is when it's destroyed. Well, actually, in general, when it's sent to the graveyard, it is later sent back to the extra deck, and face up. By the way, and face up, and it that way, and then it counts as pendulum monster.
Interesting.
So pretty much the monster, before you even use it as a monster, it'll be a spell or trap card.
It's a scale. In general,
It's a-
Well,
in general,
But like,
it's a scale.
because how you say it is like, if a pendulum monster will be, like, before you even use it as an actual monster and be able to use its effects, it'll pretty much be a spell or trap card. After it gets destroyed as a spell or trap
it's
card,
not.
and you summon him back as a monster, and then boom, it's like he has 2 lives.
No, like he's not a spell or trap card. It's only a spell card. Though or
So
pendulum.
Then why do you say he goes into the pendulum zone?
That's what the pendulum zone is. It's the spell and trap cards zone.
So now we're changing our spell and trap card zone into a pendulum zone.
Well, no, it's always been the spell and trap card zone. It's just apparently now it's also called the pendulum zone, which in my case isn't. Well, I can see the reason why, because then they have to make an entire new section and all that. I highly doubt they want to do that.
this
So-
sounds insane.
Yeah, I know. Right now, the whole thing is complicating. Like I said earlier, not much information has been released about it, and I know in given time, more information will be released about the whole pendulum scaling. Oh,
Hopefully.
and then the meta is what made me so jittery about this year.
Ooh, talk about the rule changes.
Oh yeah, if you are the first person to make your turn, like first draw, first everything, you cannot draw a card. If you go
Wonderful.
first.
Perf.
I have no
That's
idea.
all.
What?
That sounds really bullshit. It's like if I was playing Hearthstone all over again.
Yeah, it's practically Hearthstone.
Yes.
So
Hearthstone.
if you go first,
It's
don't
like
think.
it's like you're giving your opponent a better advantage. The thing about Hearthstone though, compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, with the new meta change, now when you
So-
go first, you can't change. Like in Hearthstone, you're allowed to change your cards if you don't have in like if you get like all 3 of your cards are levels like 6 mana crystals, you can send them back and get another try, and you probably get lower ones so you can summon out early game.
Yeah.
But in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can't do that. You can just get your cards and summon out where the fuck you want, like your star, depending on your star level.
Hold on. a
And
sec.
your opponent pretty much gets a free bonus because he gets to draw another card and you don't.
I
Yeah.
just thought of something.
What?
Alright. Second turn is the only person that's able to draw in the beginning of the duel, correct?
It'll only be fair. I am sorry to
Think
interrupt
about it.
you. I'm sorry to
So-
interrupt you, Maxis, but think about it. If when you're like the first person, if you're like the one that goes first, you go first, and you cannot draw, but you cannot attack either. It gives your opponent the better hand because he can attack you directly in second turn.
Yeah.
And he has more cards than you.
He has
thusly
another card than you, but
increasing his advantage of winning. Unless their deck is full of bad cards and they get bad draws.
unless he's
meaning-
full of shit, you know, unless he's
So
full of
meaning-
shit.
It's allowing the second player to run out of cards way quicker.
Yeah, but like there's those people that always carry 50 cards, and then there's those who carry 40. So either way you see it, unless you have a burn deck, then you have a better chance.
Those are nubs.
Those are nubs, but those nubs kick ass.
that's
Oh.
that's true, sir.
Yeah, if you guys hear a car horn outside, I apologize for that. I have no idea who's doing that.
So
Oh, I just heard it.
You just heard it.
Yeah, I just heard.
I'm
I
sorry,
didn't hear around the
viewers. I'm sorry, listeners, for that. I don't know what's going on outside, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Maria, no me quieres.
No, Maria, come back over here to me. No.
They just hear like a
There'll be more
mariachi
infor-
band.
There'll be more information about this Yu-Gi-Oh upcomes later on in
Oh.
later episodes,
Oh.
or we'll just put up brief statements on the YouTube channel.
Let me add on something else to a pendulum summoning.
Okay, Oz. I guess.
The pendulum scale. That's the part that I know a lot of you are gonna love and probably abuse, because Lord knows I'm gonna
Yes.
abuse it.
Give me
Didn't
the
you say
scale.
you just didn't know about the scale? Like not
No,
that
no.
long ago?
No, this part I do know. The part where Maxis, you're gonna love this, and I know you're getting jittery just from hearing it.
Tell me about him.
All right, from a scale, here's a good example that I did research on. All right, from a scale from 2 to 7, you can literally
Wait. From 2 to 7, is this gonna be like the levels of the monsters? Like
yeah,
the ranking or the stars?
like the level.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
From levels 2 to 7 on the little scales, you get to special summon from your hand or extra deck the number of, well, from your hand, the number of monsters with that level.
You.
What?
That's
So-
too much.
So you can special summon from 2 to 7, you can special summon a Dark Magician.
Oh my god, kill me.
And since the pendulum monsters are in the extra deck zone, when they were destroyed or sent to a graveyard, they ended up to the extra deck zone. They,
Mhm.
depending on their level from that between the scale, you can special summon a pendulum monster level 5. Or from between 2 to 7.
So pretty much, it's like you're having the mermaid deck.
Yes.
It's pretty much a mermaid deck.
So, the scaling is if a monster level, pendulum monster level 3 is destroyed, you can summon level 4?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is broken, in my opinion.
Yeah, too broken. There's gonna be a lot of nerfs, guaranteed.
That was something I wanted to add. I forgot to mention it. And that's why I just threw it out there. But I just wanted to throw it in there because I almost
Okay.
forgot about it. All right, but moving on with the meta rules. Another added on effect is
Oh yeah, Babo, your Candy Crush.
oh, okay. Let me just turn off my Candy Crush or lower the volume a bit.
I'll crush your candy.
Calm down there, Maxis.
All right, give me a minute. I'm lowering it right now.
For the love of the candy.
Bro, you sound like
Alright,
one
I
of
lowered it.
those little boys that go trick or treating.
Give me some candy.
No.
Okay.
No one likes your candy.
Okay, so you're okay. Silence, Maxis.
Fucking
The next thing is that now you can activate. Now you and your opponent can activate field spells simultaneously.
wonderful.
I don't know how this is gonna affect it, but it's gonna do it.
So, Oz, do you remember what I was telling you earlier today about the Karibos?
Oh yeah,
The
that
Karibos with 3,000 attack.
and in mine, and this is without information. This is mine and Maxis's our theories. Our theory, we believe, is we might think that the field spells might stack up on the effects. So if, let's say, I activate a magma, not magma, sorry, Pokemon had it thrown in there, a mystical plasma zone, and let's say my opponent activates mystical plasma zone. Let's just say Karibo's attack could go from 1,000, like 1,000 attack points up.
We will be seeing a 6,000 attack Karibo.
3,000, oh, actually 6,000 if you want to go. Yeah, just like it's gonna stack up. We're just gonna see a lot of broken Broken Dark.
Just get some United We Stands on the field, and you just.
Answer to my prayers.
uh, that's so for.
Winged Karibo, answer my prayers.
So yeah,
Well,
that's.
so much for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh well, actually, I want to throw in one more thing, if possible.
Okay,
ahead.
just throw it in.
The new
Throw
booster
it.
pack that's coming out. It's gonna contain the 3 dragons.
As I could still hear your Candy Crush, sir.
All right,
Where's dragons?
I'm gonna lower my
What's
Candy Crush a
dragons?
bit more now on the
Just
volume.
lower it. Just mute it. Just mute it.
Tell us the dragons.
Let's
Give
see if I
me
can
the
mute it really
dragons.
quick. All right.
It doesn't take that long to mute a candy.
I love dragons, guys. I love
Yes, Mr. Transformers 4.
Oh yes, Transformers 4. You guys gotta go watch it. Let's go.
It's stupid. Optimus dies.
Good.
No, that's not good. And they replaced the main character.
All right.
Shia LaBeouf, no more. Rip. Rest in peace.
But
Fuck
But-
you to Transformers, because that was like one of the best actors I've ever seen for Transformers.
what about Wahlberg? Mark Wahlberg.
Fuck your Wahlberg, nigga. Like, they say that, because he has a better fan rate.
Oh yeah.
Come on. I asked people, did you know about Shia LaBeouf leaving? And everyone was like,
Snipe.
what?
Snipes.
What?
Snipes.
I don't like Shia LaBeouf. To be honest.
Breathe. The slurs, man. The slurs.
I don't
I'm
like.
sorry, but that just pissed me off. That pisses me off. Because they're getting rid of, like, their best actor that made the franchise what it was. Like, the movies what it was. Like, sure, they got out Megan Fox, but no one cares about that bitch.
No one likes her.
We got a Victoria's Secret model, which everyone went gaga for. And
Ooh,
now
I
they
agree.
take out Shia
I
LaBeouf, which
fantasized
everyone
about her.
actually watched the movie for. Not just because of the Transformers. Mostly because of the Transformers, but they also had Shia LaBeouf, but now they got rid of him. And it's retarded. Just plainly retarded.
Ooh, but you gotta remember.
It's still gonna get views, no shit, but
You gotta remember. They brought in the Dinobots.
Oh, I'm psyched for that part.
yes, because obviously no one's gonna see like their disguise is a fucking dinosaur. Like, where do you hide a Dinobot? Oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're walking in the
Same way.
middle of New York. You're walking in
Think
the
about
middle of New York. Oh la di da da. Oh, it's a Dinobot. Oh, that's normal. I see those every day. Just keeps walking by.
Think about Jurassic Park. How do you not find an island full of dinosaurs?
Yeah, but bro, that's Jurassic Park. This is a movie about robots. And I'm pretty sure if they came here to like disguise themselves and blend in, you're not gonna go into a robot of a dinosaur.
So what do you
People, unless you hide in a museum, then okay, maybe,
Oscar.
maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
Oscar. I mean, Oz. I believe Snipes wants us to turn into robotic penises.
Oh my god, no.
No.
No, we're not gonna
No.
do this. We're not gonna do this.
Kill yourself, Maxis.
Not
Okay,
even
so
close.
now we move on to the topic of League of Legends, the Fields of
that's-
Justice.
Oh, I'm interested in
Ooh.
this one.
I'm hyped.
What do you have to report about
Okay,
this?
so we got the patch 4.2 notes.
Give it to
And
us.
we got buffs and we got nerfs. What do you want to hear, the buffs or the nerfs?
I want to hear the nerfs.
Everything. Give me everything.
You want me to give you everything?
Nah, I just want to hear the nerfs.
You want to hear nerfs? Well, Skarner, as you all know, is a really well-known jungler, which is made of fucking crystals.
He's a scorpion.
He requires
He's a
6
scorpion
boots.
made out of crystals that everyone, if you build a movement speed Skarner, you will be a god. You will just capture him and boom. You
Did
just
I
use your
mention he's a
ulti
scorpion?
and you win, huh?
Did I mention he's a scorpion?
Yes, you mentioned he's a scorpion.
Did I mention that he requires 6 boots?
6 boots.
Your joke is invalid. Go home, you're drunk.
Okay, so we have
I am.
Skarner. His missile range for his Eve, his fracture will now be increased. Will now no longer be 800. It will now be increased to 1,000.
Jesus.
His effect of heal mark is now officially removed, so it's kind of gay.
Aw.
His cooldown for his W has been decreased from 18 seconds now to 16 seconds. And now his movement speed bonus has been increased. From leveling up 15, 17, 19, 21 to 23%, it is now increased 16, 20, 24, 28 to 32%.
What?
That's not a small buff. That's a big buff.
That is.
I
a really
mean,
good
if you think about it, it's not that big. Because you move from 15 to 16 for the first level. Then you go from 17 to 20. So it's kind of, if you think about it, it increases by 3.
Yeah, but 32.
It increases by 3 or 4, and you got the same one.
But 23 to 32, that's 9.
That's
Not-
9.
9% is a big difference.
That is true. 9% is a big difference.
Yeah, but
to
it's
me.
just movement speed. If you build him a movement speed Skarner for jungle, that'll be pretty broken.
pretty.
If
It
you think
will.
of-
Pretty.
Because I've gone up against a lot of movement speed Skarners. I've had friends that trolled with movement speed Skarner. And they just walk into lane, press R, and just drag him to turn. Like nothing. They couldn't even flash away because it was too fast.
What's this speed you speak of?
It's called Too Fast, Too Furious.
What is this
I
flash?
only speak in Skarner speak.
Mini Club 3.
Now you can imagine Flash plus Ghost on Skarner.
Oh, forget about it.
Skarner edition.
Don't even bother chasing. That's all I can say.
Fast and Furious Skarner edition.
So can we see Skarner in the next Speed Racer movie?
Maybe. If he gets more movement speed buffs, you might just see him.
Oh, sweet.
Okay.
Ooh, ooh,
His cooldown
snipes.
for did I already tell you his cooldown for his E was nerfed?
Really?
Yeah, his E was fracture, which he shoots like little thing at you. Like he shoots a crystal at you that does damage. It's now been like it got nerfed to 14 seconds. His cooldown from
Aw.
10 seconds to 14 seconds.
I can see what.
And now we'll move it on to Ashe. Ashe is a well-known AD carry, which is the Frost Archer.
One of
Her
the starters.
One of the starters that is 450. You could buy her really cheap. If you don't have her, then you're mentally retarded.
I'm sorry.
She was created for beginners. I'm not gonna lie. I did kind of spam her when I first started playing League.
Okay, well, her cooldown for her Hawkeye has now. It was 60 at all ranks, but now they're actually letting you cool down. Like the cooldown reduction has been lowered every time you level up. Before it was just 60 seconds for all ranks. Now it goes down at least 5 for every rank. So you level up, you're 60. Well, beginning you're 60. Then you go to 55, then you go to 50, then you go to 45, then you go to 40.
Oh man.
Her gold, pretty much her bonus gold on a kill, has now been, like, it got nerfed. Before it was like she gains a steady pace of gold, like 1 gold per level. Her max was at 5. Now she just gets 3 at all ranks.
It's still pretty
It's a buff for early game, but it's also a nerf for late game. So I kind of find that it's iffy, since I barely see any ashes.
good. Ooh, but when you do see them, whoa.
When you do see them, beware of crit.
Beware of the arrow.
He were it.
And
Oh, yeah.
beware of ulti is more like it.
No, beware of trolls, more like it.
Prepare your inner.
And now we have the well-known Dr. Mundo,
Ooh.
which
Ooh,
has
my
been
favorite.
getting permabanned for every ranked solo queue out there.
Sadly.
Oh.
It ain't sadly, bro. He's broken. People have been watching guys, like pretty much the pro teams on LCS play Dr. Mundo, and they have to follow him. Even though with his latest buff, which is like beginning of season 4, is outrageous.
Outrageous.
Outrageous, yes, Tarek reference.
Did you
Why?
say outrageous?
Yes, I said outrageous. It is truly, truly, truly outrageous.
It lightened this outrageous buff.
Well,
Saturated.
I'm not gonna get into his buff, but I'm gonna get into his nerf. They nerfed his Q, which was his cleavers.
The
Oh.
dreaded things.
What are you
Why?
talking about? That they nerfed it because it'll separate the good mundos from the great mundos. Like people that are trash of mundo to people that actually know how to play the damn champion.
So what
Cause-
was the nerf?
No, nerf was his missile width was 80, now it's 60.
Ooh.
So pretty much like his range practically. Either his range or the width of like the space before it hits the minion or anything like that. Like I think it like makes it go like fly straighter through, if you know what I'm saying. It could go like that.
Terrible.
I'm like twisting my tongue here with Mundo here.
Ooh.
Snap.
So I heard that well, it's rumors, Snipes. That
Rumor.
there's a rumor that a Misfortune might get a buff.
Oh yeah.
It ain't a rumor, it's facts. If you play on PvE, Misfortune got completely buffed. I think Misfortune in the upcoming patches will become the most broken AD carry next to Lucian and Jinx.
I guess you can say that it's gonna be a real misfortune. to have her on the enemy side.
Oz, your jokes are getting worse.
They get worse by saying, "You're my cancer."
Okay, for those of you that are Riven players, you should be happy and you should be sad at the same time. You should be sad because she got nerfed to the ground for early game, but she got kind of buffed for late game. But now her E has been buffed.
Oh
once
god.
again, which was her little shield.
Why?
Not the
Why?
Her shield now, before when you started it up, it was a 70. Now when you start up, you're at 90.
Why?
Because apparently people like the top lane so much they
Oh, they
must buff Riven again.
I don't like Riven.
Why can't Riot just decide what you're gonna do?
They don't speak for me. Those
They
people
don't
don't speak for me.
They don't speak for Riven. Screw Riven.
I have
I
bad
speak for-
experiences with Riven. They don't speak for me.
I speak for Riven.
I hate Riven with such a passion.
I mean, I don't hate her, but when you get a crappy Riven on your team, then you hate her.
No. It's not that I had a bad one on my team. No, if I had one on my team, I'll be happy. It's just on the other team, on the other hand. That's
but you
completely
can't-
different story.
You could counter Riven easily.
I
Riven
tried.
ain't that hard to counter. You just need to know how to play your role and play your top lane.
That's true. I know Jack's counter, so right? If I'm correct.
Jax should counter. I mean, Jax has a stun that could shoot an over. But Riven also has a stun, so you gotta be aware of that. But
That's
with Riven's buff for her shield, there comes a nerf to her base health regen. Now, instead of having 5.5 health regen per second, now you have 2.5.
Yeesh.
Nearly half.
Nearly half, yeah. That's gonna be kind of
That's
shitty
good.
for sustain.
More than half.
Yeah, it's actually more than half. Yeah, it's like 3. It's 3.0. Got that.
That's a good 65%. It's not a good thing.
It's gonna pretty much ruin. It's gonna pretty much ruin your early game, because in order for you to get your kills, you're gonna need help from your jungler to help you gank your lane, or you're gonna need to buy a lot more health pots.
Or
I recommend like you start with a Doran shield and a pot. Because Doran shield will increase your health regen by 10, or not 10 exactly, but it'll
Why do you want to
increase
give
your,
her five?
because it's a recommendation since her health regen is now shit.
But it's pot. She doesn't need to smoke.
Oh my god. What?
Maxis,
What?
Maxis.
Yeah.
You should go home.
You
am
should
home.
go. You should go home. You're drunk.
I am home. Sorry, guys. I'm suffering from a flu.
That's one hell of a flu.
Oh, yes, it is.
No, but when you see a Riven, you know what? This is this is Oz's tip. When you see a Riven, you know on the escape button it says exit game. That's what you should click on when you see a Riven on the enemy side.
Not exactly, Oz. Can't be a guys. Don't listen to Oz. Don't be a wimp like Oz.
Don't be a dumbass like Maxis.
Make a run for it, guys. oh, but I heard that there was a. Wait, give me a minute.
Ooh, the new champion.
Oh, Vel'Koz.
Yeah, Velcro.
Vel'Koz is Cthulhu, Lord and Savior.
The
Oh.
Reaper from Mass Effect.
I'm not a big fan of Vel'Koz right now.
Bro, Vel'Koz will destroy you. Vel'Koz is the new champion that's coming out. I'm pretty sure most of you already heard of him. He's pretty much all tentacles.
I'm psyched to actually see him.
He's
though.
like a giant squid, pretty much.
It's a walking hentai.
He reminds me. No,
It's a walking hentai.
he reminds me.
Most of these champions look like hentai characters, like the girls especially. It's a walking hentai.
He reminds me of that thing from if you're a Marvel's fan, correct me if leave a comment if you can. What's his name? The thing from Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. I've never heard of that show.
No. It's the name of a Marvel hero. The guy.
Just say Doctor Octopus.
No, not Doctor Octopus. His name is Doctor Strange. He's a Marvel hero. He fights against some weird tentacle one. I don't know what it's called, but
Just call it Cthulhu and we're done.
yeah, we'll go. Let's just go with Cthulhu. I'll laugh if that's his name, but no.
Vel'Koz is Cthulhu.
All I know is that's what it reminds me of.
All hail
Vel'Koz's
Cthulhu. All hail
Vel'Koz's
Cthulhu.
abilities are pretty much based off of true damage. All of them are mostly ranged. His ulti is pretty much a beam of destruction that causes true damage, and it goes through everything it hits.
Snap.
Ooh, tell them about the passive.
I haven't read much on his passive.
Ooh, I could tell you about the passive.
Okay, tell me about his passive.
Well, you see, it works like this. Vel'Koz normally in the beginning will start with magic damage. Now, if he hits 3 of his skills on you,